picture this. It's Sunday night, and you're sitting there with 3 different productivity books open, your planner filled with color-coded tasks, 5 apps on your phone, all promising to change your life. And you know what? You still feel overwhelmed. You still feel like you're drowning in tasks. And here's the crazy part. I used to think I was the problem, that I just wasn't disciplined enough, or focused enough, or organized enough. But then I discovered something that completely changed everything. What if the problem wasn't you? What if the problem was trying to force yourself into just one system when the real answer was creating your own personalized blend? Stay with me here, because what I'm about to share with you is going to sound counterintuitive. Most people say, pick one method and stick to it. But I'm going to show you exactly how combining 3 powerful systems, GTD, Agile, and Atomic Habits, can actually simplify your life instead of complicating it. And by the end of this video, you'll have a complete framework that you can start using tomorrow morning. Sound good? Let's get into it. The problem with choosing just one. Here's what nobody tells you about productivity systems. GTD is absolutely brilliant at helping you capture and organize everything, but it doesn't really tell you how to prioritize or build lasting habits. Agile is incredible for staying flexible and focused on what matters most, but it can feel too business-focused for personal life. And Atomic Habits? It's a masterpiece for building the life you want, but it doesn't give you a system for managing all the random stuff that life throws at you daily. So most people try one, it works for a few weeks, then life gets messy and it falls apart. Then they blame themselves and jump to the next system. It's this endless cycle of productivity guilt. And friend, you deserve better than that. The solution? Take the best parts of each system and create something that actually fits your real life. Part 1. Capture everything, the GTD Foundation. Let's start with something that changed my life. And I mean truly changed it. David Allen, the creator of GTD, says something powerful. Your mind is for having ideas, not holding them. Think about your brain right now. How many things are floating around in there? That email you need to send, the birthday gift you need to buy, the project deadline, the weird noise your car is making, the recipe you wanted to try, that friend you've been meaning to call. It's exhausting, right? Here's what's happening. Every single one of those thoughts is like a tiny computer program running in the background, draining your battery. Your brain is literally spending energy trying to remember these things instead of using that energy to actually do them. So here's your first step, and I want you to do this today. Find one place where everything goes. Not 5 apps, not sticky notes everywhere. One trusted place. For me, it's a simple notes app on my phone, but you might prefer a physical notebook, a voice recorder, whatever feels natural to you. Now here's the key part that most people miss. You need to capture everything. And I mean everything, not just work tasks, not just important stuff. Everything that's taking up mental space. Pick up milk, capture it. Research vacation spots, capture it. That random business idea at 2 a.m., definitely capture it. Do a full brain dump right now. Set a timer for 10 minutes and just write down every single thing that's been nagging at you. I promise you, you'll feel lighter immediately. It's like decluttering your mind. And here's the beautiful part. Once it's out of your head and in your system, your brain finally gets to relax because it trusts that you won't forget. Part 2, plan in sprints, the Agile mindset. Okay, so now you've got everything captured. But here's where most traditional productivity advice gets it wrong. They tell you to plan out your whole month, your whole quarter, sometimes your whole year. And then what happens? Life happens. Your priorities shift. An unexpected project comes up. Someone gets sick, and suddenly your perfect plan is completely useless. This is where Agile thinking is absolutely genius. Agile was created by software developers who realized that trying to plan everything up front never works because things change. So instead, they work in short cycles called sprints. Let me make this practical for you. Forget trying to plan your next 3 months. Just plan your next week. That's it. Pick one day, I like Sunday evenings, and spend 20 to 30 minutes on what I call your weekly reset. Here's exactly how to do it. First, look at everything you captured during the week. All those random ideas, tasks, and thoughts. Now ask yourself, if this week was absolutely amazing, what would I have accomplished? Not everything, not 50 things. What are the 3 to 5 outcomes that would make you feel proud and accomplished? Let me give you a real example from my own life. Last week, my big 3 were: finish the script for this video, have a meaningful conversation with my partner about our summer plans, and finally organize my messy closet that's been bothering me for months. Notice something? It's a mix. Work stuff, relationship stuff, personal stuff. That's real life. Now here's the Agile part. Break those weekly goals into daily actions. Every morning, spend just 5 minutes looking at your week and ask, what are the top 3 things I need to do today to move my weekly goals forward? Some days all 3 will be work tasks. Other days it might be 1 work thing and 2 personal things. The beauty is flexibility. You're adapting daily based on what's actually happening in your life. And here's the game changer. At the end of the week, you do a quick review. 10 minutes, that's all. Ask yourself 3 questions. What worked well? What didn't work? What will I do differently next week? This is how you get better over time. You're not just doing things. You're learning from your own experience and constantly improving your system. Part 3. Build tiny systems. The atomic habits secret. All right, here's where everything comes together. And this is the part that makes it all actually stick. James Clear teaches us something incredibly powerful in atomic habits. You do not rise to the level of your goals. You fall to the level of your systems. Let me explain what this means with a real story. I used to write exercise on my to-do list every single day. And you know what happened? I felt guilty every single day when I didn't do it. The problem wasn't my willpower. The problem was I didn't have a system. So here's what I did instead. I created what James calls a habit stack. I already had a habit of making coffee every morning, so I created this tiny rule. After I press the button on the coffee maker, I do 10 push-ups while it brews. Notice how small that is? 10 push-ups. That's it. Takes maybe 30 seconds. But here's what happened. Because it was so small, I actually did it. And after a few weeks, 10 push-ups felt easy, so I added 10 more. Then I added some stretches. 6 months later, I have a full morning workout routine, but it all started with 10 push-ups while my coffee brewed. This is the secret that makes everything sustainable. You don't need motivation. You need tiny systems that are so easy you can't say no. Let me give you more examples you can use right now. Want to read more? Don't commit to reading for an hour. Instead, after I eat lunch, I read 1 page. Just 1 page. That's your system. Want to plan better? After I close my laptop at the end of the workday, I write down my top 3 priorities for tomorrow. 2 minutes, that's all. Want to stay on top of emails? When I sit at my desk in the morning, I process 5 emails before doing anything else. Just 5. The magic is in making these habits so ridiculously small that they're impossible to skip. And here's what's wild. Once you start, you usually do more than the minimum, but the minimum is all you commit to. Now tie this to your GTD captures and your Agile sprints. When you're planning your week, don't just list tasks. Ask yourself, what tiny habit would make this automatic? Bringing it all together, your complete system. Okay, let's paint the full picture of what your life looks like with this integrated system, because I want you to really see how this works day to day. Your daily flow. Morning. You wake up, and because you've built a habit stack, you already know what happens next. Maybe it's coffee, quick push-ups, open your planner, Review your top 3 priorities for the day. No thinking required, no willpower needed. It just happens. Throughout the day, stuff pops up. Lots of stuff. An idea for a project, a reminder about your friend's birthday, a task from your boss. But instead of trying to remember it all, you immediately capture it in your one trusted system. Your brain stays clear. You stay focused on what you're doing right now. Evening. You've completed your top 3 priorities, or at least made significant progress. You don't feel guilty about the other 50 things on your list because you know they're captured, and you'll deal with them in your weekly planning. You take 2 minutes to note what you accomplished. That's it. Day complete. Your weekly flow. Weekend. You sit down with your favorite drink, open your capture system, and review everything from the week. You cross off completed items, and let me tell you, that feeling never gets old. You look at what's left and what's new. Then you pick your 3 to 5 big wins for the next week. You also review your habits. Which ones stuck? Which ones need tweaking? Maybe that read 1 page after lunch isn't working because you're always in meetings during lunch. Okay, adjust it to read 1 page before bed instead. You're constantly learning and adapting. This is the Agile retrospective in action. You're not beating yourself up for what didn't work. You're curiously asking, how can I make this easier for future me? The secret sauce, making it actually work. Now let me share the real secrets that make this system stick, because I've seen people try this and quit after a week, and I've seen people completely transform their lives with it. The difference comes down to these key principles. Start stupidly small. Don't try to implement everything at once. This week, just focus on capturing everything. That's it. Next week, add weekly planning. The week after, add 1 tiny habit. Build gradually. Remember, this is atomic habits in action. You're building the habit of having a productivity system. Trust the system. There will be days when your brain screams, "But what about that important thing?" And you'll want to skip your process and just react to everything. Don't. Trust that if it's important, it's either in your capture system or it's one of your top 3 priorities. Everything else can wait until your next planning session. Embrace imperfection. Some weeks you'll nail all 5 goals. Some weeks you'll complete 1.5. That's not failure. That's life. The system doesn't break because you had a rough week. You just review, adjust, and keep going. Make it yours. Maybe you hate Sunday planning and prefer Friday afternoons. Great. Change it. Maybe 3 daily priorities feel overwhelming and you prefer just 1. Perfect. Adjust it. This is your system. It should fit your life, not the other way around. Real life example. How this transformed my week. Let me give you a concrete example from my actual life last month, because I think this will make it all click. I was working on a big project, trying to maintain my health habits, dealing with some family stuff, and honestly feeling overwhelmed. Here's how the system saved me. I did my Sunday planning and identified my big 3 for the week, make significant progress on the project, go to the gym 3 times, and have a difficult but necessary conversation with a family member. Monday morning, I checked my 3 daily priorities: 2 hours of deep work on the project, 1 gym session, and prepare what I wanted to say for that conversation. Throughout the day, random stuff came up. A friend's invitation, an idea for a future video, a reminder to book a dentist appointment. I captured all of it, but didn't let it derail my 3 priorities. By Wednesday, I realized the family conversation was weighing on me more than expected. So in my daily planning, I adjusted. I made that conversation my only priority for Thursday. Everything else could wait. That's the Agile mindset, adapting to what's actually important. Friday, I did my weekly review and realized something powerful. Even though the week felt chaotic, I'd actually accomplished all 3 big goals. And all that random stuff I captured, I reviewed it, scheduled some for next week, deleted some that didn't matter anymore, and felt completely in control. Your challenge: start today. Okay, friend, here's what I want you to do right after this video ends. Not tomorrow, not next week, right now. Open your phone, your notebook, whatever feels natural, and do a 10-minute brain dump. Write down everything, and I mean everything, that's taking up space in your head. Every task, every idea, that's been nagging at you. Then pick just one tiny habit you're going to build this week. Maybe it's, when I pour my morning coffee, I'll review my top 3 priorities. Or, after I brush my teeth at night, I'll capture 3 things I accomplished today. Just one habit. Make it so small it feels almost silly. That's how you know it's perfect. Then this weekend, do your first weekly planning session. Look at everything you captured and pick 3 to 5 things that would make next week feel like a win. That's it. You're not overhauling your entire life. You're just starting. And here's the beautiful truth. 6 months from now, you'll look back and realize that this simple start completely changed how you operate. The bigger picture. You know what's funny? Before I combined these systems, I thought productivity was about doing more. Checking off more tasks, being busier, being more efficient. But now I realize that real productivity is about doing what matters with less stress and more peace. It's about going to bed knowing you move forward on the things that actually count. It's about having mental clarity to be present with people you love because your brain isn't constantly trying to remember everything. GTD gives you that clarity by getting everything out of your head. Agile gives you that focus by helping you prioritize what matters most right now. And Atomic Habits gives you that consistency by making it all automatic. Together, they create something powerful, a life where you're not constantly stressed about what you're forgetting, a life where you're making real progress on your goals, a life where productivity serves you instead of you serving some impossible standard. Look, I know this video was packed with information, and maybe you're feeling a bit overwhelmed right now. That's okay. That's actually normal. Just remember, you don't have to do everything perfectly. You just have to start. Capture everything. Plan your week. Build tiny habits. Review and adjust. That's the cycle. Simple but incredibly powerful. And hey, I want to hear from you. Come down to the comments and tell me, what's the one tiny habit you're going to start with? I read every single comment, and I'm genuinely curious what you're going to choose. Plus, there's something powerful about publicly committing to something. It makes you way more likely to follow through. If this video helped you see productivity in a new way, do me a favor and smash that like button. It helps more people discover this approach. And subscribe if you want more real practical content about building a life that actually works for you, not against you. Remember, you're not broken. You don't need to be more disciplined. You just need a system that fits your real life. And now you have one. Go out there and build something amazing. I believe in you. See you in the next video.